Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Original Starcraft. The last time we had left off, the Protoss had attacked the province of Sion, which had been overtaken by the Zerg. But at the end, we found out that Fenix was Antioch, which we had just been in, had gotten attacked by overwhelming numbers, and Fenix was having some trouble. Rather than sending any sort of support, Aldaris said, you need to keep doing fighting, and good luck. Anyway, there's a cinematic. It didn't look like it was too good for Fenix. The Zerg hive cluster near the Sion province was destroyed, but the Protoss forces paid a high price for their victory. Praetor Fenix, hero and steward of the Templar, was killed during the assault. The conclave, convinced that its stratagems are winning the war against the Zerg, have let down their guard and turned their attention to personal matters. The Judicator Aldaris was ordered to find and arrest the wayward Tassadar and bring him home to stand trial for the crimes of treason. Now, with only a small fleet for protection, Aldaris and the Executor have traveled to the ash world of Char, hoping that Tassadar is still somewhere to be found. The hunt for Tassadar. Protoss command ship Gantrathor holding orbit over the planet Char.
Executor, I know that you were reluctant to leave Ire in this dark hour, and that you still grieve for the loss of your comrade, Fenix. But remember that he lived and died as a Templar. He has reached the Kala's end. There is no greater glory than that. We Judicator are called to look beyond such matters, to ensure the safety and future of our people. It is not the Zerg, but the rogue Tassadar, who represents the greatest threat to us now. If he is allowed to spread the Dark Templars' tainted influence to Ire, all will be lost. We will find him and bring him to judgment. Tassadar claimed that this world was abandoned by the Zerg just prior to the invasion of Ire. Yet I still sense a lingering darkness here. Be prepared for anything, Executor. If there are still Zerg on this world, then they must surely know of our arrival.
Alright, so their home planet is getting overrun by the Zerg, and we saw they can be pretty nasty. So what they decided to do was say, well, we don't care about that.
It shall be done.
We're just gonna go ahead and run. And go try to find this Tassadar.
My path is set.
Alright, so you'll notice we don't actually have a base, at least not yet, in this mission. So you have to be very careful. Oops. You have to be careful. You want to try to mark micro if you can. But you can't because the Dragoons are so big. They can't walk around each other, but oh well. One of the things you can't do is allow them to sit there and get some of their shields back, which we might do. This is a new unit. This is a High Templar. It doesn't actually attack. Notice there's no attack here. It has 3 different abilities. One is Psionic Storm, which it can use to, it's an area effect spell. We're going to be using that here in a second. And it kills things. We can make a hallucination, but not now because it's not research. Basically, it just makes a unit very similar. Like if you click it on a Dragoon, for example, it'll make 2 Dragoons that don't actually hurt, but they look to the enemy like they were Dragoons, so that it just kind of, distracts, attacks to hit something that doesn't exist. And then there's an Archon, and if you get 2 of these Templar together, it makes this Archon, which will make one of those later, so I won't talk too much about it now. Now, yeah, you want to get a little close here, and then cast here. And it quite possibly killed something, I don't know.
I heed thy call.
Go a little closer. I'm gonna try it again.
It shall be done.
Because if they're burrowed here,
my path is set.
what's going on here. He doesn't have any more energy. Yeah, see, you can see it killed those things down there. So it will kill them even if they're burrowed. So that should make it a little bit easier. But there's going to be a sunken colony. Alright, you run away. It's not going to do much good. Just gonna get hurt. There we go. So there would have been like 6 or 8 Zerglings there, but instead, because I used the, I don't remember exactly where they were, but because I used that storm, it like just killed them all. The Psionic Storm is actually really good. It works quite well. I know I was kind of dissing it before with Kerrigan at it, but it's like, well, if Kerrigan dies, then you just lose the game, so... it's not really worth risking her to make use of this. Run. That works. And we walk up here. Is this the right way? I think it might be. There's something going on there, but I think I can just go around it. Everybody come on up here. But it just wasn't worth it with Kerrigan because, you know, they can't, if you lose her, you lose the game, so it's like not even worth anything to, take the chance of losing her. Yeah, you can just skip that there. Don't need to do that. So we're on a floating platform too, by the way. Which is, the Terrans built that. So it's kind of weird, why is there a floating platform here? Did the Terrans have a force and they got wiped out? Did the Zerg grab it and bring it over? It's like, how did this get here, I wonder? We're trying to get to the very top left corner here. Wait for our guys to get up.
You think as I do.
I don't remember the optimum path to do it, but I think a lot of times I've gone straight up here.
You think as I do.
Yeah, that might be what I have to do today. It looks like you can't go past that way. Oops. Okay, well come over here then.
My path is set.
I'm guessing there must be a way over here. Because this is completely... there's nothing here. Alright, boys.
It shall be done.
Let's go this way. At least you have plenty of time to get your shields back. That's nice. Come on down. Don't get that, the attention of that, oh, crap. Let's go, guys. Oh, aren't you? Why on earth you went that way? I have no idea. That was really stupid. Bad pathing is sometimes really annoying. Well, I probably could have handled that a lot better by side storming it, but oh well.
It shall be done.
Honestly, it doesn't matter that much because almost there anyway. Once we get there, we actually get a proper base. Once we get a proper base, it doesn't matter how many of these guys may die. It's irrelevant. Alright, you guys get down here. Oh. Yeah, not really doing the best microwing. Honestly, it's been a long time since I played this mission, so I don't actually remember all the unit placements, so that you can size storm them in advance. Still, it doesn't matter, because we're almost there. And I don't think there are any more issues. Once we get yeah, there's not going to be any more issues. We're practically there already.
It shall be done.
Alright, so let's see what will Aldaris have to say. Looks like we found him.
It shall be done.
Looks like we found him.
You think
What are you doing, Tassadar, you bastard?
Aldaris, Executor, how is it that you've come here? I was about to abandon all hope of rescue.
I have come to arrest you and bring you home to Ire to stand trial.
Arrest me? Ire burns at the touch of the Zerg. You travel all this way to arrest me?
Don't let it get to you, man. This happened to me once.
Who is this human, Tassadar?
The name's Jim Raynor, pal. And I won't be talked down to by anybody. Not even a Protoss.
Amusing. Tassadar, your taste in companions grows ever more inexplicable. Executor, prepare to take Tassadar into
Executor,
custody.
wait. I do not know what they have told you about me. But what I have done for Ire. Help me find Zeratul and his Dark Templar. They alone can defeat the Overmind Cerebrats. Once we have won, I shall gladly submit myself to the judgment of the conclave.
Unthinkable. You presume that we would side with the Dark Ones as you have? You have gone quite mad, Tassadar.
You shall speak of them with respect, Aldaris. Executor, there is much that I can explain to you. If only you'll help me find Zeratul.
Alright. So, Oop. What's going on here?
Anytime you're ready.
Surrounded.
Okay. So, that was an interesting little exchange.
Receiving.
We got Jim Raynor is here for some reason,
This is Jimmy.
which we'll work on explaining that here in a minute. We're going to use his spider mine since he does have one.
Right on.
Tassadar is as surprised as I would be. If your town's being invaded by zombies, you don't go to the next town over and
This should be good.
beat up that guy you had a grudge with in high school.
Yes,
Whatever.
Executor.
You notice Tassadar is also
Under attack.
Tassadar is also a High Templar, except he has an attack. It's like a psi assault. Yeah. We are going to want to build a couple of cannons around
Raynor here.
somewhere at some point. No, right this second though. Where was I? Yeah, Tassadar is a High Templar. Oh, that's a Queen ability from the Zerg. It slows you down. It's mildly annoying, but not especially useful. Well, actually, it can be kind of useful on the Protoss interceptors. If you've got a lot of carriers and you if you cast that onto their interceptors, it slows them down. So I guess pretty sure it lowers its attack rate because the interceptors are going so slow and their attacking requires movement for those. Start getting some of these. So if you remember last time, we had seen Tassadar. Kerrigan and the Zerg had been hounding them pretty relentlessly. Slightly before that, she had destroyed some Terran bases, including Raynor's base. And so, they were having somewhat of a hard time, I'm sure. So it kind of makes sense that they might meet each other and sort of team up when they're already having some difficulties. They're already having difficulties with their forces being diminished, so they might as well team up together so they have a better chance. So it sort of makes sense. They would have been in like the same area or what have you. So we're gonna
Not enough minerals.
not enough minerals, you know.
You have not enough minerals.
Set that there. Probably want an additional thing. I don't know. It's gonna take a while. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna get some more probes going because it is taking a while. So yeah, the area was largely empty on our way up here, and on the way back, there's gonna be a lot of guys. You can see there's a little hint of that there. It's not too bad. You don't actually have to fight any Zerg buildings unless there's like random sunken colonies, which is not impossible, I suppose.
You have not enough
Not
minerals.
enough minerals. Well, I guess that's true. Now, where is that entrance? Oh, it's right there. So we're gonna build a pylon right about here. These guys, well, we can't have too many of those. We probably will want another cannon or two. You were spider-mined to death. Goodbye. Yeah, so now the mission gets a lot like other missions. The High Templar can be useful. One thing you'll note is that the Psystorm can hurt yourself. It's very useful against other players because they tend to especially get flying units, and all the flying units can kind of overlap with each other, so you can really do a lot of damage to a lot of units in a short time. Like, if somebody has a big swath of carriers or battle cruisers, and then you get like 4 or 5 of these Templars to Psystorm them, and they just, you know, like, you can almost like kill the whole thing. And if they're not dead, I mean, if you have enough of them, it will. You won't be able to move out of those storms before they kill even those high tier units. But even if it's not enough to kill them, it will typically be enough to do a whole lot of damage. So, but that isn't going to be as necessary or useful here, just because I don't love microing anyway. And there's plenty of resources here with which to do stuff. So I might make a couple Archons. If you turn in the Archon can't do the Psystorm, but they can attack. And I think in one of the earlier videos I had to destroy an Archon as the Zerg. I think that should be enough of those. Let's see what else do we have here. You can go up here, you can build...
Not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals, never mind. You can build a,
You have not enough minerals.
quit whining. This thing going. Start this to get our attack up a little bit. Yeah, the Archons are kind of interesting. They're a melee unit, although their range is longer than a lot of the melee units, honestly. Their attack does splash damage, and it's the only melee unit that can attack air units. Even though it is melee, it can actually attack air units. It's kind of interesting. We've already seen
I long for combat. Your arms.
Psystorm, and I'm not too worried about that anyway. It's not necessary to use it. You can just build enough units and attack through. So we're gonna make an Archon, sorry. That's what I used to call it, Archons. because I didn't know how you were actually supposed to pronounce that. But yeah, the Archons are kind of interesting. They're mostly shields. Now remember, they have 350 shields. So compare that to the Dragoon, which only has 80 shields. So that means, like, you know, they don't have much of this health, like actual physical substance. They have tons of shields, and all those shields can heal back up. And if you need to, you can use a shield battery to bring it back up. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to go send this Archon over here, so that in case something comes up, it'll damage their shields more. We're going to get another gateway as well. If something attacks over here, we can use our... Now watch this, it can attack air units. Only melee one in this game that can do that. It does a lot of damage too, 30 damage. It's pretty good. We're going to want to go ahead and make some of these. Might as well make some of those. That does work on Archons, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do about that. So, one thing you'll notice... Oh, we can't build that yet. I'm going to go ahead and get our Citadel of Adun up. Let's go do it here, I don't know. Building these Templar, which you can't see until I get them actually built, was quite expensive. They cost a lot of Vespene gas. And, I think 50 minerals and 150 Vespene gas, so they're not cheap. That's okay, all we've got to do now is just build this stuff. There's going to be a lot more units on the way back to fight through. We're not going to need another base. We have to get both of these guys down there without them dying. Oh, I suspect that's probably enough probes mining for this time. Get that upgrade going. Might as well get a second forge in. Just to make our upgrades. I think now we may be able to
not enough minerals. My life for hire.
Get more than the first upgrade. 100% certain on that one. We'll save up for our faster zealot movement. It's always useful. Yeah, I mean there is a Zerg base, but I don't think they don't actually do all that much. It's mostly just units that were spawned in at those locations. They're the main trouble causers here. That's good.
You've not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals, I never do. Actually, maybe we should do our shields first, huh? Those do regenerate after all. And it applies to the buildings. It does upgrade your building defense. I don't think the other races get anything that'll help their building defenses increase, so it's only the Protoss that get that particular advantage. Or at least, because it'll show you, like, it shows the shields on here, so I think it... Well, that's not true. What is that? You can see when it's not building anything, it shows the shield, so it actually benefits from that. The buildings do.
My life for hire.
One thing we're going to need, though, in order to do our future upgrades,
Complete.
is our Templar Archives. That's what lets us build our High Templars. And it also...
You have not enough minerals.
Never do. It also lets us go to the next stage of defense and attack upgrades. Make another Dragoon. Yeah, I typically like to mix it up. Against the computer, it's good to have some zealots. Typically what I'll do in the once we get the carriers is I'll focus mainly on getting carriers, but it's very typical to have access to more gas than it is to it's typical to have more minerals than gas. So I'll make a few zealots and stuff to go ahead and supplement the carriers if I'm really short on gas, and that's usually pretty workable. Yeah, so 30 plus 3 extra damage from having that upgrade.
Upgrade complete.
Upgrade complete. What upgrade? This one? Oh, I've got this now. We get more energy on our Templar, or we could get that hallucination. To be honest, I don't care because I'm not going to use them. This one. This one. This one.
Not enough minerals.
Never do.
Anytime you're ready.
Oh, and we do have this Tassadar if we actually need it. Notice he has a lot of shields himself too. He's got almost as much as an Archon. But that's hero units for you. I think we could stand to have a few more
Anytime you're ready.
Dragoons. Yeah, right now I mainly just want to
additional pylons. My life for ire.
Oh, more pylons, huh? Isn't that
You must construct additional pylons.
yes, yes. These they can be constructed quickly. A bit more difficult with the Terrans. Getting their supply going is more difficult. Zerg's pretty easy because you can just spawn those overlords real fast. Protoss isn't quite that easy, but it's still pretty easy. One probe you send out there, you get 3 going at a time. No troubles. Archon, can you get it? You can go get your shields back. Looks like they almost destroyed those. Didn't quite work out as well as I had planned. I had meant for them to focus on the Archon, not the cannon. But I'll go make another cannon, that's fine. And then,
Not enough.
Just kind of alternate between them because
my life for ire.
I'll just kind of alternate between Dragoons and Zealots. The Zealots, they do build a bit faster. You'll already notice one thing. We do have the access to this too. It's 50 and 150. So we actually can get ready to have another Archon. Actually, that's not the better place. We'll put it here. We'll cancel that.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, we can get another Archon. They're pretty good. I mean, actually, you know, people almost never use them in the multiplayer. I don't know. They're slow. They're not, well, they're not real fast. They're just kind of normal speed. They're, you know, since they're a ground unit, they have to go around obstacles and stuff. They're melee, so a few well-placed tanks typically are pretty will destroy your Archons pretty quick. You know, the tanks will take out most of the damage, and then
Make use of me.
you know, a few well-placed Marines will finish them off. Get one of these. But I'll make a couple of them. I probably won't use them again after this, but I'll make a couple just so they can be seen. They can work pretty good against like Zerglings and stuff, and
Your thoughts. I heed thy call.
against like Zerglings and especially Zerglings, yeah, but Hydralisks as well. Build that. Build that. Build
You have
that.
not enough minerals.
Or not. You don't have to. It's okay. Oh, here we go.
The purging is complete.
I believe that once we do this, it might be a good idea. Additional pylons, huh? Alright, come over here. Please build an additional pylon. Don't worry about that in a sec. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to start clearing path. We're not going to use our hero units, because why risk losing the game because they accidentally get targeted and stuck or blocked or something like that. Oh, the other thing is the Archons are kind of big too, so they're like, you know, they can't get around each other, so like on stuff like this, just like right now, they kind of get bottlenecked really easily. So that's always annoying. Oh yeah, and then we got the Queen doing stuff to us. Killed one of those units, I don't even know which one.
Your warriors have engaged the
We
enemy.
do need some more of these, I think. A couple more. Very good. Work on some more shields.
Vespian gas.
Vespian gas, okay. Well, we'll do that then. Very good. Send these guys down here.
For vengeance.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down all the way to that, that's a lot of those guys. That would have been really good to use a psionic storm on. Honestly, who cares? Plenty of Protoss warriors. I'm just going to go ahead and start patrolling them down here. Please patrol. And then once that path is open, I can go ahead and send oh, there's a whole group of units here. You guys can also patrol.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
There's quite a few of those guys, but that's okay, I don't really care that much. Got rid of one of those queens trying to cause me problems. Yeah, that's fine. My dragoons are here, they'll take care of that. He's just gonna run past, so he don't care.
Awaiting instructions. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Go ahead, Commander.
more of those guys. Are they still fighting here? These dragoons? Oh, goodbye, one more queen. I don't think these zealots are going to survive. Why don't you come and attack this? I don't care if you get dead. It's perfect.
I long for combat.
I'm more than willing to sacrifice you for the greater good. Got some more scourges here in case I decide to fly with some. Oh well, but these won't survive that long. These are my dragoons. See, like the Archons can't even get past the dragoons either, so kind of rendered them a little bit useless, honestly. Get some more guys here. Should be just about ready. Doesn't matter if that Archon dies, and it's going to die. Oh yeah? Well, they're not honestly going to survive that long. That was pretty random, honestly.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. My life for hire.
Alright, looks like we've basically cleared that out, so we're just gonna have these guys patrol back. What's that? And then we have enough guys here, I think we can
Go ahead, Commander. Rainer here.
just sort of attack down here.
Oh yeah.
They ought to meet up somewhere in the middle.
Transmitted for vengeance.
That guy, he won't last very long. Very good. Oh yeah, one thing too, the High Templar are really, really slow. They took all the time to learn how to meditate, to hover around and float in the air, but that doesn't help their speed at all.
Your will?
You guys
Of
go back
course.
this way.
Anytime you're ready. This should be good. Oh yeah.
I'm going.
Your will?
Your will?
For
Tassadar has a pretty cool voice too, honestly.
I am needed. Power overwhelming.
You guys can go with that.
My life for hire.
Yeah, but if he was an Archon, that's really expensive. 300 gas?
My life for hire.
That is a lot. My life for hire. Well, that mission wasn't too hard. All we need to do is get down there eventually.
For Adun.
To find Rainer, I think he has to be there as well. Where are you, Rainer? There you guys.
This is Jimmy.
Upgrade complete.
Sounds fun.
Let's go, guys. So we're getting some more attacks. Honestly, don't need that base anymore. So if they destroy it, I don't
Under
care.
attack.
I don't need that base.
Go ahead, Commander. Rainer here.
Get on that beacon, Rainer.
Your
You
will?
Have returned.
please also
Shall
get
we?
My
there.
life for hire.
Oh, they destroyed one. Almost destroyed another. Oh well.
Make use of
You
me.
can go and defend if you want. Come on.
Yes, Executor?
I probably got more units than I
Of
honestly
course.
needed, but I mean, I had plenty of money to do so, so why not? Alright, get on
It
there.
shall be done. You have my thanks, Executor. Now let us find Zeratul and speed our way home.
Right, very good, Zerg. He's one of the Dark Templars. Let's see how we did here. 37, well, there wasn't as much to do. Killed quite a few units, whatever. Alright, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for the next episode. Later, folks.